heart on my sleeve and a dream to chase. In a world, in a wood, in another time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky. And a faithful guy on an open mic or with the spotlight.
I have a lot of people coming to me, asking me, Andrea, what can I do to support Black-owned businesses? One of the best things is collaboration. This makes me think of simply my aunt. My aunt used to have a hair salon, and one of her favorite things to do was to support kind of other local beauticians or freelancers. And so she would always showcase their stuff in the front of her store. And so if you have a business and you're like, I really would like to partner, but I don't quite know how, collaboration. Partnering with a business that you know is Black-owned, that you know is smaller and could use the extended help, could use being introduced to a bigger audience. Such a small but important act.
Voter suppression has taken many forms.
People have been denied the right to vote for, well, now 80 years.
First, they used the poll tax to keep black folks from voting. Then, it was the literacy test, racial terrorism, and violence.
I don't want everybody to vote.
New day, same old dirty tricks.
There are those in power who are doing their darndest to discourage people from voting.
Calls for investigations after claims of voter suppression.
President Trump sabotaging efforts to vote by mail.
If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to take it from you. Vote early. Vote like your life depends on it. I'm exercising my right to vote, and you should too. Not because I want you to, but because he doesn't.
Your development of LGBTQ-focused compassionate healthcare. Keep the list below handy for quick access to general LGBTQ resources. Your local area has LGBTQ resources, even if you live in a small community or in a rural area. Seek these.
People experiencing homelessness could be hit especially hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, as the homeless population is older than California's population as a whole. Economic effects of the crisis will hit low-income Californians hardest, those who lose.
I want to ask every single American, no matter what party you normally vote for, to please, things have turned. And then think about what the next 4 years could mean for our country's future. The message we will send to our children about who we are and what we truly value. Think about what would possibly compel you to accept this level of chaos, violence, and confusion under this president, and be willing to watch our country continue to spiral out of control. Because we can no longer pretend that we don't know exactly who and what this president stands for. Search your hearts and your conscience. Hearts and your conscience.
The coronavirus quarantine is a great chance to tap your musical talents. Or read a book, or bake a cake. But it's not fun and games for everyone. Lockdown can quickly become locked up for victims of domestic violence.
We know lockdowns and quarantines are essential to suppressing COVID-19, but they can trap women with abusive partners. Over the past weeks, as economic and social pressures and fear have grown, we have seen a horrifying global surge in domestic violence.
Calls to abuse hotlines and police departments are spiking around the globe.
More than 1,000 deaths for 2 days straight now. Tonight, more than 223,000 lives have been lost. A public health official breaking down today. Hospitalizations increasing in 39 states. The Midwest and West hit especially hard. ABC's Alex Perez in Chicago tonight.
Tonight, an alarming surge in coronavirus cases, more than 82,000 in just the last day, the highest number since July. Deaths topping 1,000 for 2 straight days.
When you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, say something, do something, get in trouble,
good Trevor, necessary Trevor.
He was always different than every member of Congress. Everybody knew what he had done. He was John Lewis.
We're marching today to dramatize to the world that hundreds and thousands of Negro citizens denied the right to vote.
The Kennedy family did have some part, at least they expressed a concern, and they did have some part in the release. But
right now is my dream. Running round on a treadmill. This ain't life. Turn around like a cartwheel. No, this ain't right. No, there's gotta be more than the rat race. Gotta be more. Who said we were lost in the first place? What makes them sure? Never been here before, so I'll never be the girl that I was. See, I'll never use the past as a crutch. Seems like right now might really be all that I got. Currency right now is my dreams, my love, my art. Can I live? Can I live? Can I live? Can I? On my sleeve and a dream to chase. In a world, in a wood, in another time. Deep breath, fresh air, and a crystal sky. And a faithful guy on an open mic. With the spotlight on and the bass up bright. Is it too much to ask for in this lifetime? Oh, I believe there's more than these city walls. I got wings, so I hardly fly.
Eddie.
Well, I think, Donnie has touched on something, and I think that, we need a new moral and social contract between each other. The moral and social contract of the nation has been shredded. What are our obligations to each other? What are our sense of concerns to each other? Death leaves its mark. It grooves its patterns in us. You don't get over it, right? And so you have people all over this country who are grieving. And as I've said before, that grief is tinged with regret because they weren't able to say goodbye right. They weren't able to say goodbye right, Nicole. And that gives death a different kind of sting. And so I think when we live, we have to kind of come to a kind of conclusion. In the theater, Nicole, some people will come to the help of that one person. Others will probably pull out their phone and start taping. Some will start, turn their attention back to the movie. So part of what we have to do is to understand that the social fabric of the country has been torn, ripped apart. So we have to imagine a different way of being together with each other. But death leaves its mark. My God, it does.
what you make it. Well, I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. Well, I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of.
Woo! Monday, I ain't rushing time. What's happening Monday, Denise?
Oh, the Electoral College votes.
I'm just saying. I just wanted to make sure you know, like I know, so we know that they know.
Right.
And 45 know. He gonna go. I'm just saying it's in the building. I feel it feels odd. It feels weird. I got to get, in the seat right and make sure everything's right. I got my little scarf on. I got my pimp hat on. That's what I said, pimp hat. That's right. It's a problem now. We don't even face. Back in the day, that's what they say. Even if you wasn't and you look kind of cool or stuff, whatever, you was an old pimp. Then they got up into the 80s and 90s, wasn't it? And became the OG. So everything just kind of mobbed itself around. But guys, it is good to be back in the building. I hope you did have a good Thanksgiving. I hope you followed the 10 people rule. I hope you followed the outdoor window open rule. And if you didn't, I'm praying for you. But moving forward, here's where we are, and this is what we're doing. We are about to get rid of an asshole and put someone in the seat that know what the hell they doing. So if you are a Trump supporter, Dave Chappelle, I'm about to steal your line. I'm going to twist it up a little bit more, though. Because I'm going to just say, come get some of these nigga jokes. Because I got some jokes for that ass. He done took your money, still taking your money, gonna continue to take your money. And y'all call black folks stupid? Ain't a nigga alive let another nigga do him like that too goddamn long. We wake up on that ass. We go to sleep worrying about how to get that ass back. So all we saying is Georgia has been on my mind. I got Denise Mins Harris in the building as always with me, looking lovely, looking beautiful, always inspiring, giving the courage and strength and motivation and education. So me and Denise gonna get in here and we're gonna shake it up a little bit. It's been a hell of a lot going on, Denise.
A lot. Sometimes as soon as one thing happens, you get that digested, and before you finish digesting it, whoop, something new done happened. It's happening fast. You got to keep your eyes open and your ears peeled because it's happening fast.
Whew, did y'all hear my boy Eddie Glide? Eddie Glide said, what? Trump is just the avatar. What he is letting you know is, I really think that the people, the damn fools that follow Trump, we're not going to talk about Texas, because he really is in a lot of damn trouble. He just wants to be pardoned. How else can I get him to notice me? Because some shit finna go down. Bam, right. I know.
He's looking for a pardon.
Yeah, he was for a pardon, but you other motherfuckers, I don't understand. And see, my thing is, Biden and your Democrats, I done told y'all asses, when you in the sea and you in there with sharks, you got to learn how to move like them motherfuckers. You got to move like a shark. You ain't gonna make it being a guppy. Nancy Pelosi, that's me though. Y'all know a little bit more about it than I do, but Nancy Pelosi, they would have some shit to answer for. They would have some shit to answer for. I'm just saying, because see, the 120 some motherfuckers that felt bold enough to do that shit, we got to have a meeting. Because Denise, tell them why. Tell them why what they did. It's not about, okay, if you want Trump back in, I don't know if he blackmailing you or whatever. Tell them why it's so wrong, Denise.
Well, it's wrong because it's trying to overturn Constitution. I mean, there's a way people get elected. Biden got elected fair and square. And all this hullabaloo, it's really about the white majority of this country refuses that when they've made a decision about who the president is supposed to be, they refuse to have that decision overturned because 53% of the white in this country voted for him, 47% of white people voted for Biden, but then with the coalition of Black, Brown, Asian, and Native American people, that's how Biden won. And so the majority whites are saying, we're not giving up our damn power. Y'all ain't going to change our decision. We decide who runs this country. It's about power. It's about money. It ain't got shit to do with Trump. Trump is just a harbinger of the fear that began percolating when Obama got elected the first time. Then he fed the fear and their sense of victimization and loss of control of the direction society is taking. And it's crazy. I saw a woman being interviewed today at the Trump rally in DC, and she said, ultimately, God's going to decide all this. And I looked at the TV and I said, God already did. Trump ain't elected no more. He ain't the person. The decision's been made. What kind of dreamland are you in? And Trump is so slick. Trump just has two agendas. Two. One, get that $421 million raised. So far, he's got $200 million. Because every dime, I was watching Fox yesterday just to see what they're talking about. And there was this ad with Mitch McConnell asking for donations. 75% of every donation made goes to Trump. 25% goes to the RNC. So this is just a fundraising scam. Oh, and the 75% going to Trump, there's no control over how he spends it. It's his money to spend as he pleases.
That's right.
So at last count, he had 200 million. He's halfway there to that 421. This is all about Trump trying to stay out of jail. Stay out of jail and pay. That's it. That's it. And you know, I was thinking today, I was like, well, if Jim Jones has social media, he could have got millions of people to drink that damn Kool-Aid. Because fools are fools. They got this stupid campaign going on called Stop the Steal. I went on the webpage, the webpage that's supposed to be the right-wing answer to Twitter called Parler. They're talking about armed, they were posting, tell us what to do, President Trump, we don't know what to do now. One man posted, he ain't been able to get an erection since the election. And he wondered if there was any, I swear to God, he posted that. He's like, is anybody else having this problem? He can't get an erection, he's so upset. What the hell?
What is wrong with you?
What the hell?
They got pills for that, money.
He can't get, well, you know, maybe he ain't
they got pills for that.
They're talking about an armed insurrection. Let's secede. Go on. You know what would happen if those states seceded?
They're gonna fail.
All their money. Well, first of all, they're some of the poorest states of the union. All their money comes from New York, New Jersey,
California. Mm-hmm.
All the blue states provide the money for those poor red states. So go on. See you later.
Bye, Felicia. But really, and I'm even talking about the ones that don't wear their mask with COVID and everything. We need to find an island and put y'all ass on there.
It's so sad.
Because if that's what you want to do before you take us down with the ship, send their ass somewhere and put them somewhere. I'm serious. Where they can walk around coughing on each other. And it could be, I say that for a reason because this is making no sense. But now with 45 and his minions, you know, I'm going to sue them myself for all the stress I've had to go through. So they ain't got to worry. I got my lawyer ready. Seriously though, Trump, you got a lot of blood on your hands. You know what? But while they were doing this, Rachel Maddow always said, watch what they doing, not what they saying. Guys, we've had black people that had federal charges that have been electrocuted.
Oh, yeah.
And it could have been stopped. But we were so busy caught up in, because that's all Trump got to tell black folk, I'm finna mess with your vote. I'm finna stay and I'm about to fix it. My people, you know, all of this was a ploy. We got to stay focused. This man This man has so much blood on his hands. Every death that has happened because he already knew we had.
Because in his mind, the primary people, and he's not wrong, the primary people dying are black and brown people.
The same thing with the executions.
More to die. He don't care. He's all good with that. The more he can kill, the better he feels. And no one can tell me that he ain't being coached by Putin.
Oh, I know he is, because the other thing I was wanting you to hit on about what they were trying to do with this electoral, to stop the electoral college and to take it to the Supreme Court.
See, all of this is smoke and mirrors. You know, it's like the more he can keep saying he's got a strategy, the more he gets, the fundraising engine keeps going.
The more the money keep going.
The electoral college is controlled by the Constitution.
That's what I'm saying.
They cannot legally overturn the Constitution. They can't. So, but his bluster about it ain't over, we still got court cases. 2 hours ago, Wisconsin threw his case out the court. 2 hours ago. Yeah, they're still falling like flies. What court is going to back it up now that the Supreme Court's already said, don't bring this here?
Won't he do like his wife? They said she already packed her shit up, packing it up and leaving. She said her be best is over. And then, speaking of which, I'm going to let y'all know, well, I thought wifey was going to be out and okay and be able to enjoy the money while he was in prison, or while he had his little ankle bracelet on or something, and the kids was in prison. I thought his wife was going to be okay. But she had a friend, remember, that she gave the job to, and her job, remember, they fired the girl and blamed her about the money during the inauguration. Well, this young lady had receipts. I said receipts, as my dear said.
Oh, and tapes. And
tapes. And information. And so she...
Court cases are going down.
They're already going now. They're already talking to people, and she was the one they said...
The New York State Attorney General has 70 different cases on that Trump conglomerate.
But they already talked to the woman day before yesterday. They let it be known that she had so much information. It was the fact that she was so trustworthy, because almost everything she said she could back up. And they said she's helped that case 60%. So
she got tapes.
And she proved Melania knows about it.
And Ivanka's already been deposed.
That part right there.
So, you know, I mean, Trump has so many secondary agendas, and ain't none of it got to do with America.
It never did. And he is listening to Putin, who I wanna know what he gonna do when it's, because see, honestly, they're saying Melania has been having her stuff moved. That she ready to go home.
She knows it's over.
Yeah, she been gave up. But see, my thing is, secretly, I think 45 has too. I think he's been doing it too, because again, this is a ploy to get money.
He's not trying to stay president. He never thought he was going to win in the first place.
Not in the very beginning.
Always about money and power. Michael Cohen was on TV today saying he's made more money as the president than he's ever made in his life.
Come on now. And I want to talk about, with COVID, Giuliani and Ben Carson had COVID. Now, Giuliani always getting Trump ass in trouble. He came out bragging, talking about, well, when you are a star, when you ain't no star, nigga. You no star, you ain't did nothing. But the point was, he was bragging about the medications.
Well, he got a special cocktail that
like Trump got, like Ben Carson. But see, he's telling it now. The people are upset, the doctors, because see, they're saying you're making these people feel and think, that there's a special thing, which it is though. But see, what is true, anyone else would never have told. So it's making us look bad. Now I'm gonna tell you now. They've already signed everything. Everything is approved. They're starting to ship out the
vaccine.
But they're letting you know that's not meaning you can't give it to someone else if you have it. It is only to protect you from catching it, and if you catch it, like with the flu, it not be so extreme. Now here where I stand, and I'm gonna stand right there. I will take that motherfucker after I watch give it about 6 months, see what happened with everybody, and look back, because I am going to watch the playing field, and y'all have to understand why black people feel the way. But the only reason I'm still feeling like it, I have never did a flu shot. But I'm going to still tell you why I feel like this one I would do. 3,000 people dead a day. 3,000 people dead a day. And right now they are giving it to first responders and the elderly. And I know they ain't trying to get rid of the first responders.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? Because they need them. And I know Pfizer is standing behind this 100%. And to be standing behind, and we all know Pfizer was around years ago. They used to make medications for your stomach, stuff like they had different drugs, Axid and things like that they made for.
They're definitely part of Big Pharma. But my one frustration about this whole thing, and I said from the beginning, the minute I have access to that vaccine, I'll be the first in line with my sleeve rolled up. But I'll tell you how I honestly feel.
Mm-hmm.
There are countries right now, like Australia. There are countries that have returned to normal life because they did what they had to do strictly. They buckled down. They stayed their asses home. The government gave everybody a couple of grand a month to live on.
That's right.
They did what they had to do, and they beat the virus. Kids are in school. People are going to movies and concerts. They beat it. The juvenile arrogance of this country is why we now all got to get shot up with this damn vaccine.
This you're saying a lot, and that is said again.
The other thing I read the other day, and it's so funny, back in World War II, when the Nazis were coming with the Blitzkrieg, and so in London the alarms would go off, and everybody knew, douse all the lights in your apartment, douse all the lights in your home, so they can't see why to bomb. If that was America today, they'd say, don't tell me I can't turn off my lights. And they'd be getting bombed. I mean, this juvenile arrogance.
Ignorance of arrogance. Because,
yes,
see, I'm going to call you ignorant.
But I'm mad that I have to. I'm mad that we couldn't pull together, that we didn't have the right leadership. No sense crying over spilt milk. But I just imagine.
Oh, yes, it is. It's sense of crying over it because you know why?
We had one.
Cry over this milk. Cry over this milk because this milk is blood.
Yeah.
We got people, and we have people that have lost people's sisters, fathers, mothers. I know people that have lost people. I know people had to fly across country to go back home to be with people that were sick.
So let's take it to the next logical conclusion. Let's talk about Georgia then, because I feel very strongly. You and I will sit down and do a show called What We've Learned.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trump has forced a level of sophistication about how this government works that people always ignored because they just trusted people to do the right thing.
Right there.
But now we've been forced. When have you ever heard people talk about the Electoral College? Never. Not to the degree that we know what day it's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we've now gotten into the weeds.
He's forcing us to get really educated, more educated with.
That's why I feel very strongly that if Georgia could deliver Biden, Georgia can
deliver both of these men.
Because they understand. The other thing is, you got people who are so depressed. You got Trump's lawyers in Georgia telling people don't vote. That because the Loeffler and Perdue didn't come out strong enough in support of this Supreme Court thing, so they shouldn't vote for them because they haven't earned the vote. Then Trump went down there and said, well, vote for him anyway. People don't know what to do.
He didn't say vote for him anyway. That son of a bitch went down there and said, I wouldn't trust the vote. Look what they did to me. Let's be real about what Trump said, because they talked about it all day long. I thought that's why he tried to give Juliana the COVID, to try to walk away from what he messed up on, because he went down there still wagging and whining, talking about.
So you've got a depressed right-wing electorate. You've got a highly motivated progressive electorate. I was on Twitter today, and they've got all these, because as you know, they've reduced significantly the places where you can vote in Georgia again, even more than what they did before. And but people are smart. I'm seeing where people are saying, I sent in my vote and I'm tracking it and it's not getting through, and I'm in touch with them and they sent me another one. I mean, people have gotten far more sophisticated because now they understand this stuff is not an accident. It's a calculated undermining of your vote.
Well, Kelly left. I don't understand her thing.
And messing with black people voting is like poking the bear.
Well, right now, here's the other problem, and I know you already know this. They done took another break. There is no help for COVID. There's no money. There's no stimulus. Right. Another thing that you're doing is showing Georgia, because those southern states, they're a blue state now because we flipped it, but the red southern states suffer even more because they don't even really have a place to go and get food like it should be. Point is, you done tapped out, and Mitch McConnell ass sitting here paying with his little self, sitting here messing and counting his wrinkles and not doing a damn thing. So, of course, Georgia understands that the power of what we need is in your hands. And America, every state that is a Democrat, or you were a Republican, you're disillusioned, and you need help, make a donation. It's still not too late. Call a friend, call any friend you know, reach out to them, talk to them, tell them to get their ass out and vote and flip again. Give us the Senate, flip the damn Senate and see what happens.
The postcard writing is amazing. Till people are online talking about, because the people outside of Georgia are getting postcards that they're mailing back to Georgia, telling them why it's so important for them to vote. So now people on Georgia are saying, I got a postcard from Ohio, I got a postcard from California, and then other people say, I didn't get a postcard. How do you get a So it's become this thing of people, because there was this concern, there's always this concern, particularly when you're messing around in the South, about outsiders interfering in your local elections. But people are appreciating that the country is counting on them to pull it across the line.
And we should send postcards. I mean, people, I think everybody should go online and find different addresses in Atlanta, and it's okay. You just send them a postcard and say, we thank you.
Stacey Abrams' organization, they will mail you the postcards and the addresses to mail them to.
Oh, okay. So what we're going to do at the end of the show is make sure that you have Stacey Abrams, tell them what they need, what we need to put up. So we'll have
just Google her name and the organization will come up.
We're just going to Google Stacey Abrams. We're going to let the organization come up. It's going to be on the IJS Nation page. It's going to be everywhere you can find it. But reach out to them. Tell them how proud of them we already are and how much we need them. And my sisters, my African American, brown skin, all my sisters, the stroll to the poll, everything. Guys, y'all know that we showed up and we showed out, and MSNBC is letting it be known that it's the black woman's time.
Anybody who's being honest knows this is the black woman's time. Well, let me put it this way. Black women be recognized for what we've been doing all along.
All along.
Because one of the things that really, it did not escape me on election day, as people were posting themselves having voted or returning from voting, it was mothers with their families. It was wives with their husbands. One woman posted, I've been married umpteen years and my husband never elected, but Lord, he voted this time. He's never voted before. So when a woman decides we're going, it moves the whole family.
That's right. Even I remember them speaking with Latina, and she was saying the same thing, and then they were showing how those Latina women, which they do, because the man work all of that. The man always tell people he in the old days they say he was the head, but we were the neck, and the neck tell the head how to move.
Peachvote.com. Peachvote.com. That's where you want to go to get information how to support the election.
Okay, we're going to go to Peach, just like a Georgia Peach, just like a peach.
Peach Vote, one word, peachvote.com.
Peachvote.com. Y'all know I got to say it for the people that don't really get it. You know how y'all love that peach cobbler? Take the cobbler off of there. Peachvote.com.
I was getting here and he looked it up at me because I turned my phone off. I turned my phone off so I don't get any calls while we're on. So he looked at. Thank you, Wilfred.
See how it's working over there too. Peachvote.com. That's where we're going. I don't know where you're going, but I'm going to peachvote.com, and I want to send some postcards. I'm not just talking. I want to thank everybody ahead of time, and also for what just happened, and for what's about to happen, because really it's going to happen. For one thing, because the leader that lost feels like. And I'm tell you something, your actions and the way you're gonna arrive depends on your leader sometimes, since you've chosen one.
Totally.
Yeah, and that leader is so angry that he didn't win, but a lot of Republicans did win until he's pretty much shut down. I really feel this. We said he was gonna do it in Thanksgiving, but that was too soon. He needed to he got to get these pardons together. But by the time Christmas comes, he's going to Mar-a-Lago and not coming back.
One more note. December 14th, which I believe is Monday, is the first day of early voting in Georgia, and it continues until December 26th. Then it shuts down, and the final day of voting is January 5th. So you may think like, well, it's too late for me to help in Georgia. No.
Hell no.
You can help till December 26th. You can help till January 5th. Get your postcards. Because I have people who are like, well, I don't think we can win in Georgia. And I said, then do something.
Do something fast.
Get some postcards. Don't be an armchair intellectual. One thing about liberals are lazy. They like to talk, but they don't want to move their butts. The nice outcome of all this Black Lives Matter is that liberals started moving their
asses. Denise being nice, y'all got up and moved them asses.
Well, the same thing about Trump getting elected. What? The day after his inauguration, I was in the street with the women's march.
You sure in the hell was. You sure in the hell was. Marching every goddamn where. She is not lying. She is not lying. She was sliding in work late and not being there and help her out on the street. You went on TV, you gonna see her ass. You sick all right. You sick and tired of that bullshit. That's what happened.
And then of course there's the offense of, with the states he's trying to challenge, it's the states that had a big black
we know this. That's the part. But also what would have happened, and Denise knows this, Trump, they understand that if that had worked, we would have been trying to go into a dictatorship and we would have ended up in a civil war. If that had happened.
I have, as you do, we have a number of young black men in our family.
Yes.
And they're not convinced that we're not going to have a civil war. They're not convinced that they don't need to be constantly going out on the range and practicing their gunshots and what have you. And whatever makes them feel like there's protecting their families.
No, they right, because once he's sworn in, all hell is gonna break loose. I'm just thankful that there is a God and he's proven it, because Trump does have another move. He's gonna try to make it happen after the fact. But the thing about it is, I would rather that the moves be made with Joe Biden at the helm.
Well, you heard that the day that Biden's having an inaugural, Trump is having a rally.
Yeah, he's having a rally. Yeah, now him and his fools are going to be out, and they don't realize COVID is still. But watch what he say, because again, Trump was given a cocktail. Rudy Giuliani was given a cocktail. We don't know what could come back with the side effects of all this stuff, and it's not being negative. You, Trump, this man, I wouldn't want to be you. You have blood on your hands. You have so much going on. The lives of the men that were executed. You're the one pushing up the execution.
His own sons contracted COVID.
Rudy Giuliani's son had it. Rudy had it. And he got him right back out on the phone trying to, guys, here's the thing. Nobody wants to rush time, but I have seen so many people on Facebook that are trying to get to January 20th. I've never seen, it's like Gladys, wrote that song Midnight Train to Georgia. They trying to catch the first flight to January 20th.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. I hear people saying, I don't want to rush life. I don't want to rush life. And I also, Joe Biden, may God and may the force be with you. Because so many people are leaning on, real quick, we're going to talk about COVID, but I got to ask Denise something. One thing I want to touch on real quick, too. Now, I need to know what you think about this. And then we're going to get on out of here, but we're going to hit about COVID, show the map, and talk a little bit about that. But what my thing with my black people, I love us. But Joe Biden ain't been sworn in yet. Joe Biden, when he gets sworn in, this is a man. Denise, you be ready. Listen to me, because when I finish, you got to run with this. And I know, because you kind of know how to center how we think and, male, female, everything in every generation. But he's not in yet. And I'm going somewhere with that, as quick as I can. He's not in. They they just let him get briefings on what's going on foreign affairs. He took forever to get any monies, took forever to get any briefing with COVID to get what he needed. But I hear these black people in here. Now, Joe Biden gave us the highest pick he could have ever given us, and that was Kamala Harris. But I still hear these black people saying, well, I want him to pick some of these people at the top for attorney general and dollar this and dollar that. Let me tell you something. And then don't let Denise take it, and even if I'm wrong, I'll swallow it. Let me tell your asses something. This is not the time for us to act niggerish. But you had a president in this motherfucker that didn't do shit for your ass and almost killed us all, and we still dying 3,000 a goddamn day. Okay? And none of us would stop shopping, stop any motherfucking thing, because we could have flipped the script on this shit. I'm talking about even after he won. We could have right now we ain't doing it like we should, because of COVID. So half of your ass didn't go vote, and you went this time because of death. That's scary, ain't it? Like my boy Eddie Glide just said, it has a way of putting a groove in you, moving things. Here's my point. Keep in mind, we are in trouble. This man has done nothing but kill and steal. He has put nobody in no places to handle anything, and the people that knew what they were doing, he took them out. Finally, the CDC is finally talking. CDC is finally talking, they said, with a joy in speaking out about shit. So let me tell y'all something. I don't give a fuck if he picked a turtle. The turtle been the one running around for 45 years. If that turtle know where the corner is, he need to go to get this shit in order right away. Pick the turtle. All I'm saying is, I love that he's already keeping his word. Leave him alone. We gonna hold their feet to the fire, but give him a chance right now. Give him a chance. Let him get in the door, and we are in trouble. We are dying from a pandemic. We don't know where we are with these countries. So when he's picking these people and I see the years and the experience, why do you think I'm talking with Denise Mins Harris? Shit, I could go grab anybody 20 to whatever and bring up here, but that don't mean they can tell me shit. I want somebody to know what they're doing, and then they teach that to the next person after they have the time to do it. Once they get it fixed, we got a truck. We are a truck in a deep hole. Now, when he get that motherfucker out that hole, get it back in direction again. Then what I would love to do is grab those young people and say, you see what happened? You see how we pulled this? You see how we hooked this to the left, hooked that to the right? We didn't pull fast. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They don't want me to teach. Now, Denise, you tell me what you think, because they already hollering and screaming. I want you to pick him. We want you to pick him. We want him. We want the top black people. We got Kamala Harris.
You and I have a fundraising background. If they don't say they're fighting for something, what's their message to raise money for? It's all about money. On the left and the right, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's like, I voted for Joe because he was competent. He knew how to govern. We want people in those positions who know how to govern, period. There are enough people at the table right now who know and are acclimated to the Black experience. Right now, what he's appointed right now. I am thrilled, mostly, surprise, surprise, about General Austin, the black man he wants to put in charge of the Department of Defense, because it's been so many people of color who are on the front line of our military. It's time that someone was there, because there's a lot of systemic racism in the military. I want that addressed. I'm glad somebody's in there who will address it. I'm not, people are also complaining that it looks like it's the Obama cabinet, the sequel. So what? It was competent. Can we just do competent? Look, it's our job. It's our job to always advocate for more. It's our job to say, you gave me an inch, I want a yard. That's our job. But let's not get mad at each other. Let's have a dialogue. Let's keep pushing the envelope. I am far more in the progressive camp of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Maxine Waters, because I don't see a difference between the two of them. It's just finally Maxine got some running people. They called them the squad, but Maxine was there before they arrived.
Sure was.
And she's hired. So I believe, they appointed the agricultural secretary who fired this sister from a major position when he was in the position before. And it ended up being a wrongful termination. And so the black community is angry that Biden selected him again. However, when he made that mistake, he not only called her and personally apologized, said he should have handled it better, then he went on social media and TV and said, I made a tremendous error. And she was on TV saying, look, if I forgave him, let it go. So again, if you're not pissed off and pushing your agenda, then you think your people will stop giving you money. I remember National Abortion Rights Action League, NARAD, was my client when Bill Clinton got elected.
Yes.
Within 3 months after his election, they laid off 40% of their staff because people said choice is safe now. So advocacy organizations feel like they got to get. I was stuck. Shoot me if you want. I was shocked to see the NAACP raising hell. Where they been?
That's what I'm trying to say. Where the fuck y'all come from? I'm sorry. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all done got me upset. I had to go back to my church and my people. Pastor Curtis Peterson, I'm so sorry because, he tell you I'm at every, I needed it so bad, y'all. I be there Monday, Wednesday, you know what I mean, and Friday. And y'all know normally folk be in the streets on Friday party. I'm in there Monday, Wednesday, Friday trying to get the word because I need the Lord to order my words and my steps in this way. But right now I'm like, my dear, I'm a little pissed and a little upset. But I did want to know where the hell the NAACP been. And
all of a sudden they show up. Come on now. I didn't see them at the BLM because to me they're corporate civil rights organization. They're not grassroots. They stopped being that, in my opinion, a long time ago. Be that as it may, I just found it bizarre that they're the ones at the table with Biden demanding who goes in what spots. Shut up. Sit down. Where you been? I ain't heard from your ass in so long. It's ridiculous. Stop. But again, they all trying to get their fundraising message out. I agree with you. Let Biden get in there. Yes, I have every intention, once the dust settles, to be in Biden's ass. I have every intention to not be seduced by him having been elected. We got you in there. Now I want to see some righteous police reform. I want to see some righteous challenges to systemic racism and affordable housing. I want to see these small businesses getting some damn money.
And I want to see these small towns starting to answer for some bullshit. Because for me,
and if Mitch McConnell says no, I want to see that you ask for it. I want to see that you use your bully pulpit to get, because I told my husband yesterday, I said, you know what? All these people acting crazy in the streets behind Biden's election, I give it 6 months. All Biden's got to do is start delivering shit that affects their lives in a positive
Their
way.
lives already fucked up. If he started delivering, it's gonna affect them, and then try to take it. Cause the same way they felt about Obamacare when they didn't know it was the Affordable Health Care Act, and then oh yeah, you should take away Obamacare, take away Obamacare, and then they find out where they finna snatch Affordable Health Care. Well, I thought they was taking away Obamacare. That is the Affordable Health Care Act. You get what I mean? So then they went to hide. Oh hell no, that's good. I like that. The thing about it is, Trump it's been speaking, and it's like the bear. Once you wake that bear, it's hard as hell, cause he's hibernating. You mess around with that bear too damn long. Once you wake him, you gonna catch hell trying to get rid of him. And the point is, it's again, I go back to my brother Eddie Glide, like he say, America, this is us. This is who we are. And the thing about this is the hate is real.
The hate is real.
The hate is real. So much so that 120-something congressmen stepped out to try to flip an election that had already been verified. Electoral college is a process.
But that shows you the cult-like tendencies, because what Trump said was, anyone who don't sign on of those state attorney generals, any one of them that don't sign on for where he's coming from, he's coming after them for when they go to get reelected.
I'm gonna tell you something else.
I believe after 6 months, I think not that he'll be disempowered, but his power will be greatly diminished back to that 36-37%
where he was,
or his ride or die no matter what. 63% of all Americans said when that vaccine hits, they're going to take it.
All I know is I don't believe in the code shit. I'm gonna tell you what I do believe in. I believe in the code with Jim Jones and all them, because Jim Jones had every race, creed, and everybody in there together with this shit.
That's right.
That's the name they want to. They would rather say this than to call it what it is: bigotry, hatred, prejudice, KKK, all the old school shit that we thought had died. White supremacy, all that stuff we thought had died, that's still alive, that will still be with us. It's just that now it's out in the open more, and now guess what they got to do? They got to try to take the stain away even more. Don't mean the stain's gonna be gone like carpet. You know how you get the best carpet cleaner in, and then for about 8 months to a year, you don't see that stain, but that motherfucker seep back through. Cause see, what you have to really do is rip the carpet up and get new carpet. And see, we can't do that. Cause each year, the generations come, it'll get better and better. That's why the thing that we want to see, our children's children, Denise's little grandson, they will see that true actuality of, because see, the voices are strong now. That 14-year-old I had on the show that was telling her mom and dad that's wrong, and could break it down like science why it was wrong. And they looking crazy because all the while they never knew that that's how their child thought, which made them look like the villain. So my point is, this is still what's happening. These are still, look at the age groups of a lot of them, even the young ones. Like Kelly, one guy said about Kelly McEnany, they said that she is a law school graduate. She knows better. No, it depends on how she was raised. Look at Kelly Loeffler that's running. Y'all won't look at this one worth $800 million. The hell you want her to be your governor for? She don't even know what a struggle is. Y'all kill me with this shit.
Did you see her debate last week where she talked about how she worked in the fields?
All that bullshit, and they turn around. That's why I'm glad that they do this. What they do when y'all do the damn debate, they keep forgetting that they're going to go back and fact check your ass. You took a home your grandmother left you. And you didn't really sell it. You mortgaged it to go to finish college. Come on. How many of y'all, raise your hand, had a house y'all could mortgage of your grandparents or your mamas when you got in trouble? Now you washed dishes, you came out. Even about Barack and Michelle Obama said they had more debt than they had anything.
They didn't finish paying off their college loans till they were elected.
And he sold that book, The Audacity of Hope. When he was selling his books, that's when they started getting better. You are sure right. Stacey Abrams said she had a lot of debt.
At the end of the day, this is the covers being pulled on how fundamentally racist this country still remains.
So when you standing next to somebody in the grocery store, wonder when they fake smile, and when you at work beside that person that's grinning with you every day, I've experienced it. Then come to find out they think I'm just a nigga. Or they think that if they fire me, I'm going to go get on welfare. Like we haven't been making it bootstraps. We ain't even gonna go there. We finna talk about COVID because motherfucker, when you tell me to put myself up for my bootstraps, if you want to go back, bitch, you gotta have boots and straps to even do it. Y'all put us in the worst areas. You really did. This has been proven time and time again. We ain't gotta go there. I ain't gotta wave my Matrix hand, cause that's exactly how that motherfucker is. Everything is like the Matrix with y'all, and I'm like, oh boy, Trump's just the avatar. It's time. The real people, they sitting with y'all in Congress. They sitting right beside you. And Kamala, before you won VP, they were sitting right beside you. And Lindsey Graham gonna pat you on the back. I hope you took that jacket and burnt that bitch. That's what I would have done. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm just saying I'm bringing it real because that's what I'm just saying is about. I started it a while back and I got off track because people say, well, don't cuss so much. Don't do this so much. Fuck you. I'm going to say what I feel and mean what I say because you guys need to know the real. But I'm going to get in some good trouble. Aren't we, Denise?
Yes.
We're going to get in some good trouble. Oh, that's coming. Remember what we're saying. Can you handle the trouble me and Denise about to get in? Denise sometimes gonna have to apologize for my black ass. And that's because I want her to stay the lady that she is. Let's look at the COVID map real quick, but I want her to stay the sweet lady that she is. You know, like Lena Horne. Lena Horne, you know, she was a lady. You know what I mean? I'm more like Mom Mabley after the makeup. Denise, y'all know how she really rolled. Mom Mabley wouldn't have cared about you.
Call her Mr. Mabley when she wasn't on stage, by the way.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. Tell him.
Absolutely.
So we ain't joking with that one now. I don't know what to tell y'all, but we not playing. And me and Denise are still sitting here. You can see us, but we got a COVID map above us that says the total cases, 15,718,811. I need somebody here to sing me a gospel song right about now. Real quick, Denise, now let's do a shout out to the people that we love. Denise has a wonderful family. I'm going to let her shout out her son and everybody, lovely daughter, beautiful children, grandson. Oh my God, he is so adorable. She better be glad COVID was here because he would have been missing a couple of days and I'd have been like, he here at my house. Seriously, the way we love children. But I want to say thank my people for helping me hold it down all the time. Always the lovely Denise. Y'all don't even know the beginning and the goings on of our relationship. And it'll just beginning for real. I just hope I got the strength to hang with her. But like I said, and Annika, thanks for coming on as you can. Cindy Davis, all you wonderful people that make it happen. Michelle King, Mariana, all you guys. Sometimes I forget. I just take a minute now and I want to say thank you because we're going into a new year soon. And also, go ahead, because so much is going on. We sometimes want to. I'm getting to her. But so much is going on, we want to acknowledge people. Give them their flowers, you know what I mean? And say thank you. I want to thank all of you guys. Michelle King, all you guys, LaFay Baker, Barbara Morrison, all you people that help. My grand, come on, Lord, send the grand on. We got so much more we finna do. My wife, God, she said, I have to save her and the children for last. Because it is my kids that keep saying, Ma, you can do it. It's my kids that brought all the Christmas decorations and shipped me stuff and did things, even got me a beautiful chair and things to pick my spirits up. And it is them that makes me believe, Ma, you can do this. You can do this. You're not too old. It's not time to be put out the pasture. Keep working. My wife, I'm like Denise. Denise has a marriage, and I'm not just saying it. She don't even know sometimes when Wilfred would come up to the show that I watch because she knows I'm a Cancer, so she know I'm watching. But a marriage that people dream of having. And that means a real one. Well, I watch her sometimes say Wilford and with that voice, and I watch him. And I see the patience in him, and I see the leadership in her. Point is, when things like this happen, COVID and stuff, Denise and I know what we have. So we get a little worn, and I know my wife gets a little worn with me. But the best part about this is I look at it and say, my, oh my, how lucky I am. Because I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't want to be stuck with anybody else. And that person that knows me and knows when they just walk away and I'm looking for them and say, no, I don't have time. And, you know, we're not going to go there. I'm downstairs. You stay upstairs. And I said, oh, well, I'm on punishment. I close the door and I stay. But anyway, just a thank you to everybody. Everybody, Barbara Walls, everybody, all my people that are on watching us now, Denise, we got Barbara Walls, we got Michelle King, we got Tasha, we got Eddie. We have a list of people. We want to thank everybody for coming on. Denise, tell your people that you love them and let them know that you appreciate them. I love you guys. I love my family. I love Denise's family, Juice, Kevin, the Doc, all of them. I love them.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's my family keeps me young. They keep me in the loop. They keep me sharp. And you know, it's amazing because I told my father when I was 11 years old, I said, I'm never going to have any girls. And what happened? I got 3 sons and a grandson. And it's amazing. I guess it's because, you know, my energy is better that way. And but they are a great source of pride. My husband has had my back, and I shine with his pride in me and support of me, no matter what. No matter what I'm about or what I'm doing, he's always like, okay, what do you need, and how can I help you get there? And I think that's the secret to our 41 years of marriage. And we got married 2 weeks after we met.
What?
I never told you that story.
You never told me that.
Oh, that's a great story. Yeah, I had made up my mind that I'd never get married, and I had made some calls about becoming a single adopted mom, and I went to this training for someone who was running for city council in LA, and who's running the training session for this political campaign but my husband. And I went to work the next day and I was so angry, and they're like, what's wrong? I said, I met my husband. And 2 weeks later I go in his, we hadn't kissed, we hadn't dated. 2 weeks later I go in his office and I'm trying to go over this printout for what we were getting over the phones in polling. And he's like, Miss Mins, I need to ask you something. I said, what? He said, I think we need to get married.
Are you serious?
And I said, when? And he said, now. And he said, but can you cook? I said, sure I can. He said, show me. We went to my house and I fried some chicken. And then he said, okay, this is good. Let's go to Vegas. So I had 2 weddings, one in Vegas and one at the Buddhist temple, because as you know, I'm a Buddhist. But yeah, that's the story of my life.
41 years.
41 years, 3 sons and 1 grandson.
Let me tell y'all what y'all missed. She fried the hell out that chicken too. She had one test from him, and this is a good man. I'm telling you what I know. And she was able to fry that chicken. So,
and he can cook too.
That's what, see.
And when he insisted that our sons learn how to cook, and they said, why? He said, well, if your wife gets sick or your children need you, you can't be useless. So my sons can make a whole Thanksgiving dinner on their own if they need to. They're all capable men.
They're like mine. And it's weird how much we have in common, because believe it or not, I have all 3 boys. Had twins. I knew one was going to be a girl, was a boy. And everybody knows I had my first child when I was 16. So we kind of raised each other. I have a grandson. The 3 granddaughters I have are my sisters who passed away, and I adopted them. I took them on. I had 1 granddaughter, and 1 grandson. So the only girl in our integral. You know what I mean? Because it's all boys, and her cousin, Carter, and then herself. And it's weird because I have a step grandson, but the point is, it's weird because I think Ray loves it, but it's still a grandson. You know what I mean? So I think for Ray, she loves that knowledge of knowing that she's the only one and everything. But I felt like that was kind of my girl I was given. Because she's, but again, I've said, but now, as I got older, I don't know about you, Denise, and with my boys and the life we had, and I got to be around my nieces and other people's daughters, I said, thank you, Jesus. Because I would have been under the jail.
Oh, yeah, I knew I didn't have the temperament for it.
Yeah. So, guys, anyway, y'all know our life story, but we didn't. We cancers.
Right.
We done seen the bullshit, wrote the bullshit, hear it coming, push it back. And we very strong about sparing the rod. But we really are talkers. I know you are with your children. I can tell by the way they are, as I am with mine. So we put it in. It's a hard job. Somebody got to do it. But
I'd rather you change your behavior because you shifted your mindset than you changed your behavior because you were afraid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I far more want to, let's figure this out, like what's happening and where we going from here, because I'm not playing this shit with you.
Yeah. And you have to. And that's why I'm strong when they talk about the crime bill. I hear the word crime. And so the way I raise my children, 3 strikes. We ain't even talking about 1. I'm trying to prevent you from doing 1. So that's why I'm like, okay, y'all acting like this ain't crime.
Right.
But guys, we're gonna hit COVID and we're gonna get out of this. We were talking about we have 15,718,811 cases. We have 244,011 new cases. Here's the problem. In the last 7 days, we've got 100,000 cases. Now, the map shows you your green areas. Your green areas are semi, and your blue areas. California, I don't know what we've done. I don't know. Because we were really heading down near 3%.
Right.
So I don't know what's happened. I don't know what we need to do.
It's Halloween and Thanksgiving. Halloween in California.
Yeah, I know.
It's movie town. Everybody goes ape shit crazy. And that's basically what happened. But Thanksgiving, they busted one place that was having a party with 400 people, no masks. People are exhausted. It's been a year now, believe it or not.
But Denise, why don't they get, if we can just give 3 weeks, if we could just do it by itself, what was it, 100 days?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But it's like a friend posted, a friend in Texas posted being at a dinner party at a restaurant yesterday for a friend. And I looked, and I couldn't even comment. There's like 20 people around this table, not a mask in sight. And it's our people.
And I be wanting to comment.
I didn't say shit. I'm just like, what?
I be wanting to comment because I care about them. Some of these people I really care a lot about, and I want to say, come on, what are you thinking? If I'm at a friend's house, we having a party, y'all come on over. Hell no, go home, be safe. And I know they'll say, well, God got me, or you could be scared, but if it's my last day, I'm gonna live it right.
He gonna have you all right. He gonna have you singing with the angels because you messing up.
And have you not looked on TV, told this is my last day? Did you see how those people, that woman said, nurses and doctors said the people are wide awake when they incubate them, and they were going down to put the tube in.
Intubate them. Yeah, and they're also screaming at them, don't tell me I got COVID, and you're lying. They don't, on their deathbed, they won't accept that they've contracted COVID. On their deathbed. How stupid. They done drank the damn Kool-Aid.
Done swallowed it. And then the sad part about it, even the motherfuckers that ain't drank the Kool-Aid must have drank the Kool-Aid, and I knew they drank the Kool-Aid. Because some of those people be the main one talking about Trump and wanting them out of there, but you out here partying.
But my son Kevin, who lives in Texas, he told me, he's like, Ma, restaurants are open, nothing's changed. You wouldn't even think there was COVID the way people are rolling in Texas. So, what you gonna do?
You saw Texas was trying to flip it anyway. All I want to tell the people is this is not playing. It's not playing. Georgia, we need you guys to get out and vote. Send your vote in early. Do whatever you got to do. We got to change this Senate.
And we need both. both to win. Nate Silver this morning posted that the election's a dead heat. Both campaigns are tied. So we got to push it.
You can do it. Y'all flipped. If you flipped a damn state red, it ain't been red since when? 30 years or more?
Flipped it blue. Flipped it blue.
I mean, flipped it blue. I mean blue. Took it from red to blue. Correct me. Because Trump already on the phone said, see, she said red. Because, you know, he trying to get it any way he can. I'm fucked up about to give it to him. And she black. She know what she talking about. Everybody think I work for that motherfucker. Listen, guys. We're going to get ready to get up out of here. But with COVID, guys, it'll be greater later. Everybody tired. Depression, everything. Get on your Facebook, Zoom your mom, your cousin, your friend. You know what I'm saying? Be still. Look at it this way, for real. Please, here's how I want you to look at it. It's no different than when they tell you to wear a seatbelt. It really isn't. I know. It seems hard. I'm like Biden. No, it's no different than when they went into restaurants and took out the smoking. All you did was ate your meal. When you went outside, you could smoke your cigarette. But they thought about other people breathing in your smoke when they wasn't a smoker. All we're saying is, when you have these people sitting there holding up a mask saying, this can even be better than taking the shot. We gotta give you a vaccine. We gotta get vaccinate. Give you the vaccine. What is it Denise tell them? Titan.
Vaccination.
They're gonna give the vaccination. You already don't want to take the motherfucker because you're black and you're scared like I am. Put the damn mask on.
Right.
And then white privilege. White privilege. We won't know how privileged you are. Most of y'all, you dying and catching it just like we are. So evidently you have no privilege from the disease.
Right.
You know, you think you're superhuman, you're looking super stupid. But again, y'all got money. If that's what you want to do, go find an island. Charge people to come be on that motherfucker way. Go without your mask all you want. But here's the thing. Once we get well, we're going to block your ass from coming back over here. But with the proof is in the pudding. Look at those countries. Australia, you know, walking around mask-free, happy-go-lucky, because they did what they had to do. And they didn't get no damn vaccination because they just got the shots ready. They just got the medication ready. Now, we got to get shot up because of y'all ass. I tell you what, if I catch one of you motherfuckers out without a mask, I don't give a fuck what color you are. I'm going to have my needles and stick your ass just in case, just to stick your ass. Because you putting me through it. I'm going to just be a sticking motherfucker. Just you turn your back and I'm going to stick your ass. That's what I'm going to do. Walk real fast. You know. Anyway, we're going to tell you that it's going to be a rough next couple of months. You want family over for Christmas? Well, you done fucked that up too. Zoom your holiday. Stay with your immediate family, please. If you got to do something, keep it 10 and less. Outside or doors open and distance. Some of the family members, you're going to have to make them donate like they should have done and drop a plate off. We'll be talking with you more next week. This is just long because I'm looking at these numbers. And the doctor, the young lady we have in California, broke down in tears. And that's what I'm trying not to do. I'm looking at these cases. And we are not talking about this is the list of how many people finna get a check. These are the list of people that got a hospital bed or a casket. That was the choice. I'll take health for $300, Alex.
Right.
I'll take health. So guys, we're gonna let you go out and we're gonna say goodbye. We're gonna wish you guys a happy rest of your weekend. We're gonna be doing some things for the holiday throughout the holiday. Denise and I she don't realize how much she's been on this show. We're gonna be flipping back to some of our greatest moments and funniest moments and everything getting you ready for can you handle the trouble, which is the truth. America is prejudiced and there's a lot of bigotry still here. This is us. But we're about to lose one avatar.
Candy-coated bigotry.
Candy-coated. Mm-hmm. And that's why I left them damn candy apples alone. Too damn hard to bite. When you got down under the apple, wasn't no damn good. Anyway, my sister Denise, keep smiling. I love you, my angel. Have a great one. Listen, this is what I always tell her. Kiss our husband for us. All right.
You better hug. I'll talk to you later, sweetie.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
All right, guys. We're going to be out now. I'm going to be out, guys. We got a video we got to do that's very important about the holidays.
All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you.
They say life is what you make it. I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. But I'm a legend in the making. I know just what I'm made of. They say life is what you make it, yeah. But I'm a legend in the making, yeah. I know just what I'm made of, yeah, yeah. They say life is what you make it. But I'm a legend in the